All right, guys, let's get this party started. Um, just trying to walk through this right here. A couple things that we got going on. I'm trying to make sure I try to address things before they get too far gone. One thing I'm looking at the nails. Um, it's 2 3/8, it's 3 inch. So I'm gonna. I got some more nails. I always just try to, guys. I try to ration out the nails. So these guys are just not, you don't want them taking nails to other job sites, things like that. You want to kind of, you know, so you got to ration them out, man. You don't want them shooting too many nails, and you don't want them not shooting enough because they use those nail guns now, and a lot of times those nail guns you don't even know whether or not you hit, because those nails shoot up. Sometimes that's why you got to really check, guys. A lot of times, like I get a situation like this right here, got a little nail sticking out right there. That nail should be going in wood. And so that's why I had the rest of them are, but that's why I had to come in. I had to check these guys to make sure they're getting the right amount of nails in here. Also, there's another thing that I typically leave the nails. I leave the house wrap off. I don't put the house wrap on until we finish framing this bad boy. And I have the girl to come out and she put the house wrap on because there's a lot of things going on in this house wrap. Now this right here is done pretty good. These guys done this pretty good. You don't want to countersink the nails too much. I mean, this is really good the way they got those nails. And then you got to have it needs to be flat with the OSB. Then you got to make sure you have enough. Now, if you countersink them like this right here, this one is countersunk, well, you got to put two of them there. You got to put two of them. That's what the code requires you to do. There is so on splices. So if you got a splice, trying to find where two boards are buttoned up with each other. So guys, and you can check the code on this right here. So when you have a splice like this right here, you want to have nails going up on this thing 6 inches on center. But where you have it and there is no splice, you can do them 12 inches on center. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at little things like that, guys. I'm also looking at, like, here's another thing that I just saw. I'm glad I caught it. So these are things that we gotta make sure we address. If you look at this window right here, they dropped this window down, but they based it on the bottom. We had to, because of the way the terrain is and the elevations on this job site. So the elevation is such that we couldn't have this right here, this main level garage, and typically you're not gonna ever have it like this right here, where you walk straight from the main level garage straight into the straight into the house. You're not gonna ever have it like that, guys. It's not gonna happen. In most cases, there are situations where I kind of got about 4 inches, one about 4 inches sometime, man, but you're not gonna ever have it like that. So you're gonna have a step or two that's going into the main level, into the main area of the house coming from the main level garage. And that's really gonna be determined on what type of lot that you're building on in the elevations of your lot. Now this one right here, I had to drop this right here slab because of the lot itself. We don't want to do too much grading, don't want to go too high. But I had to drop this right here, the main level garage. I had to drop that by a couple of had to drop that part down about a foot. Problem is, when you get over here, if these guys are basing these windows off the bottom, then the top is not going to line up all the way across. It's all the way across the house. But when you look at the elevations, you really pay more attention to the top part, make sure everything line up at the top. So this would mean that I would have these windows right here. And this is another reason why this is why I put my headers at the top instead of at the right here. You can kind of see right here. Because if you put it at the top, we don't have to do anything to that header. But we can cut this right here out and just raise the window up higher. I'll just take it out and then increase the bottom. Now they, and I don't know if anybody be adjusting windows on the inside, but it'll make it where everything line up. And that'll be something that I probably ask the homeowner too, because at this point when you got it like that, you got blinds, well not blinds, but if you want to open the windows up and stuff like that, it may be a little high. If you want to clean the windows and stuff like that, it may be a little high. But the house itself will look better if everything lines up at the top. So more people are going to be drawn to the top. Kind of walking by, just looking at everything. Guys, once again, I'm going to flip this bad boy around. We're trying to get those, you guys kind of see what they're getting ready to get these ceiling joists on. But guys, typically what I want to do is I want to come around here and kind of look at everything and look at the lumber that we got here. So they're gonna start doing all that. They probably have next couple of days, we may be able to get the ceiling joists up and then start on the next floor. So I may need another lumber package on site. Guys, remember, if you guys would like to, you like to see me turn this bad boy around and go into detail on a lot of this stuff, let me know, and you guys join the members channel. And I kind of go into detail. I had a friend of mine say that I was just giving away too much information on regular YouTube, which I somewhat agree with him a tad bit, guys. But it is what it is. Even if I'm giving you, even if I think even if I give you guys all the information about building, it's too much going on in building, guys, for someone to take the information I give them on YouTube and actually go out here and try to build their own house. It's too much, man. It's way too much. I mean, it's more than enough that perplexes and bothers me. And I've been at this thing for a while. I understand a lot of the codes and stuff like that. And it's a lot of work. It's extremely a lot of work, man. I don't, now the bigger builders, just to be honest, so you got bigger builders, the production guys that comes in and build, they got plans that they have built. They may have one set of plans that they built that thing probably 30 times. So they perfected every time they build it. Now, if you're in a situation like that, you can probably, it's not as tough. But when you're doing custom work, guys, custom work is difficult. Well, we got nails down here. I don't know why. 2 3/8 here. So we probably need some 3-inch nails. But it's a really tough job, man. And this is not easy, man. This is not an easy job at all. You got to have the right people that's watching these guys, man, especially watching the money. Like I'm looking right here, nails on the ground. That's money. Pick them up. I don't think these are pass a load. These are not the ones that I'm buying, guys. So that ain't me. These are pass a load. That's for a different type of nail guy. So it's not gonna bother me as much. But this is a tough job, guys. This is not easy. This is not for the. And then, we looking at the building dynamic. What I'm sitting here talking about right now, guys, is the building dynamics. When you add the administrative, which is the business side of this right here stuff, guys, it's almost relentless, man. It's tough. This is a hard job, man. It's not an easy job at all. Okay, I'm gonna turn this thing around, guys. If you like more detailed content, you guys join the members channel. Once again, guys, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And this is the way.